The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Here goes the last DJ.
Gentlemen, I wash my hands of this weirdness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode of the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. It is Thursday, July 22nd. We are your daily dose of laughs and levity in a crazy, crazy world. I'm joined by my co-host, the Savage One, Mr. Tony Spark. Tony, how you doing this morning?
Hey, aside from being exhausted, I'm doing well. I'm ready for another fun show, and a special shout out to my sister Shayna. It is her birthday today, since we don't do the celebrity birthdays except for the independent portion of it.
Exactly, and I saw that you had posted that this morning. Shayna, happy birthday. Hopefully it is a good day for you. Maybe you get the day off, maybe not, but either way.
She doesn't.
Oh,
yeah, she works. But she's going camping this weekend, which is good. I was going to join her, but a little change in the work schedule next week prevents that from happening. So,
little thing called work. Always gets in the way, right?
Always gets in the way, man. Sure does.
Well, folks, let's go ahead and kick things off the way we do each and every day with a question for my co-host. Tony, I was trying to think of the best way to phrase this question, but ultimately, if you were a superhero, what would be key to your foundation of superhero-dom?
It would be...
I like turtles.
Turtle power, man. It would just be straight up turtle power.
I like turtles.
No, I don't know what my foundation would be. I don't know. I don't.
What would you make your own base of operations?
Like base of operations?
Yeah.
The brain juices are not flowing just yet, so nothing super exciting for radio. I don't know. Let's get with the fun reason why, though. I'm sure that's more entertaining than me struggling to figure that one out.
Well, all that goes to say that while cleaning his new home, a man uncovered a mysterious staircase leading to an underground tunnel labyrinth that possibly originated before the Middle Ages. The homeowner, known to Reddit users as Net Atrax, decided to move to Italy and buy the 6-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Velletri, about 18 miles outside of Rome, in October 2020. While enjoying his Mediterranean-style house with olive trees, oranges, lemons, and grapefruit trees, vines, wood, and a lot of land, the owner did not realize a bat herd had been hiding underneath him in a hidden tunnel system initially described as storage by the previous owner. The house itself is old, however. It was never clear how old, the owner said. He said the oldest plan he had of the house indicated the presence of a canteen, a barn that was originally connected to the main house, and a stairway listed as a dining room. The owner started to clean the house and was amazed to discover the so-called dining room was a stairway that led to a tunnel full of bats. He had his own Batcave, Tone.
He was Batman!
The owner asked a friend to accompany him on an exploration of the tunnels. It goes about 8 meters, 26 feet down. The owner posted it on Reddit. The one tunnel leads straight ahead until it ends at one point. To the right, it continues about 100 meters, 328 feet, and ends. It is about 5 feet high and then goes 5 to 6 meters or 19 feet down. And there comes a pond through which I had to find my way around. The owner also wrote that several parts of the tunnel were impossible to get through because the structure had collapsed in some places. To discover the tunnel gaps, which he failed to note at first, the owner bought a drone. He said the filming is still a work in progress. After talking to several of his neighbors, the owner learned there are more such tunnels in the area. The owner could not tell whether the Romans used the tunnels for wine aging or as shelters in times of war. Since the tunnels have a humidity level of 99%, the owner has set up equipment to collect the excess water in barrels. It will be discharged in an old Roman fountain on the property. All this is solar powered, so I would literally use these tunnels to turn air into water for my olive trees. Found a Batcave, not becoming Batman. Sounds like he's more becoming landscape man or gardener man, utilizing those tunnels and everything just to make sure his olive trees are taken care of.
Aye.
But very cool find nonetheless. Could you imagine moving into a new home and then there's a tunnel system underneath? And that would be such a neat find.
That would be pretty awesome. I think you could find something cool like that in Fort Collins, maybe. I don't know. There's a bunch of underground stuff in the downtown area. So,
is there really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So it could be something cool like that. But it would
I've
be
always
neat.
wanted the secret bookcase where you either pull a book or you flip back the head of Shakespeare, push a button, then the wall goes away. There's a bat pole down to the layer or a secret room behind. I always thought that would be so cool to have.
Oh, dude, that would be so awesome.
That'd be so much fun. Well, speaking of so much fun, it is Thursday. We've got a great show lined up for you guys today. Let's talk about today's show, shall we?
The third day, all right? Monday, 1 day. Tuesday, 2 day. Wednesday, when? Huh? What day? Thursday. The third day, okay?
It is Thursday, the third day, and as we do on Thursdays, we've got my favorite segment of the week. Tony's going to take us through Florida Man. We have a segment called Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. You're saying, wait, it's not Monday. Well, we haven't done a couple Monday shows, and I found a list that is just too good to pass up. And then finally, we close out the day with This Day in History. Folks, do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Behold my precious. Ooh, yeah, let me tell you something right here. It's the Loot Crate subscription box, yeah, full of exclusive loot, fun surprises delivered to your door every month.
Just pick up your favorite geeky genre, Daddy.
From the original Loot Crate, the Loot Crate DX collectible boxes, dude! Cowabunga!
To the Loot Gaming video game box. Woohoo! Yee-hoo! Wowzers! With crits starting as low as $11.99 per month, there's a box just about for all collectors.
To get your geek on, head over to phoenixmedia.us/Loot Crate and claim your exclusive offer. That's FENIXmedia.us/Loot Crate. Great Scott!
Snap into a Loot Crate, dig it?
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer.
I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks. This is the Kristian Fenix radio show. And, we've got a little thing we talk about each show called the Fenix Line, our 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week voicemail line, giving you guys, the listeners and watchers, an opportunity to chime in on anything whatsoever. Maybe you discovered a Batcave underneath your house. We want to hear about it. Give us a call at 855-Fenix-Radio. That's 855-FENIX-RDO or 855-336-4973. All we ask is that you keep it entertaining. We'll compile those together, put them out in a future show. Now it is Thursday, and as we like to do on Thursdays, Tony takes us through as we explore America's penis and the strange, wacky, crazy things that happen down there with a segment I like to call Florida Man.
Are you here with us?
Lamel erection, pitching a tent, sporting wood, icicles formed, marches on.
Jonathan,
Stiffy, Mr. Mortis. Rigor mortis is set in. Flesh rocket, Jack's Magic Beanstalk, Tall Tommy, Mushroom on a Stick, Mr. Mushroom Head, Purple-Headed Yogurt Slinger, and Pedro.
Pedro?
Welcome to another edition of Florida Man, where the classiest people of the great state of Florida come out and shine. Today, we go down to Brevard County, which ironically is a place I was looking at going to. A Brevard County man is behind bars after a cross-country crime spree. West Melbourne police say Randall Keith Curse went into Walmart on Palm Beach Road and filled up 2 carts of merchandise worth over $1,500. Police say he exited the store without paying and was confronted by an employee. After a brief struggle over merchandise, Curse punched the employee, and then Curse left before police arrived. Then they say he went to a Home Depot on US 192 and tried to leave without paying for several items. A store employee reportedly identified Curse as and attempted to stop him from leaving with the merchandise. Police say Curse once again became violent. He punched a 74-year-old female cashier, knocking her to the ground, and stabbed another associate with a screwdriver. He then got into a white 4-door vehicle and fled the area. When police searched for Curse, he reportedly went into a Best Buy in Melbourne and stole several electronics. Authorities were able to locate Curse down the road and arrested him. Like, yikes.
Right?
Yeah, Curse is crazy, man. He didn't blame the devil, but this guy sure did. Florida man is getting an education, breaking into and burglarizing homes into his neighborhood home. Seemed like a great idea at the time. Last week, 18-year-old Raphael Wolowski was arrested into breaking into and burglarizing homes in his own neighborhood. What a genius. According to investigators, deputies at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office received a call of burglary in progress. The caller told dispatchers that she saw the suspect in her home after he busted a window and entered. The victim gave a description of the intruder that included a ball cap, light blue shirt, and wearing jeans. Deputies arrived on the scene and found Wolowski walking near the home wearing a ball cap, a light blue shirt, and jeans. Investigators say the deputies read Wolowski his Miranda rights, and the suspect spilled the beans, admitting to deputies that he committed 3 burglaries in the Millstone community in Vero Beach, where he lives. Wolosky detailed to investigators his latest caper, saying he cut the screen with a knife, entered the patio, looked through the window leading to the main living area of the home, and saw the woman inside. The 18-year-old told deputies that he decided to burglarize homes to get money for college, and the devil kept tempting him to steal. Wolosky is charged with 3 armed burglaries and is behind bars with a $75,000 bond.
Way to go, a-hole!
In the history of random people trying on professional fighters on the street, the average observer is still somehow usually surprised at how quickly that goes bad. But we suppose that all bets are off when you're drunk. A 31-year-old Florida man from Fort Lauderdale named Justin Baloba. No, just kidding. We'll say his last name looks cooler if we say it as Balboa. Balboa was obviously intoxicated, according to police, when he was at a bar and leaned into 37-year-old Joe Schilling, a 23-9 Muay Thai kickboxer and 4-6 mixed martial artist who formerly competed in Bellator, the second largest MMA promotion in the country behind UFC, to the hypnotic and joyous tunes of the next episode by Dr. Dre. Schilling began walking away, but turned around when Balboa appeared to initiate a confrontation. Balboa then seemingly began to do a strike, and I can't say the word, so he did a strike before he could complete his motion. The well-trained Schilling reflexively landed a short right hook followed by a left, which knocked out the abrasive Florida man who works as a busboy at the Outback Steakhouse. Balboa informed officers that he only wanted the incident documented in order to file a civil suit against the establishment. Additionally, the manager of the bar told officers that Balboa was extremely intoxicated and possibly made an improper remark about the girlfriend/wife of the male who had struck him, which caused the fight to escalate. The manager also noted that Balboa is a regular customer who routinely causes problems at the establishment due to his intoxication level. Schilling, whose Instagram bio features a link to a website called can'tstopcrazy.com, has posted about the incident on social media. One post was captioned, 7 billion people in the world and you chose me. Another posting was a direct message he received from a person purporting to be Balboa's alleged ex-girlfriend who thanks Schilling for knocking him the F out. He also wrote a deleted post containing a longer account of the confrontation, which he claimed was self-defense. Little context, this guy's rapping like an idiot, Schilling wrote. The busboy, who happens to be black, walks by and this idiot bumps into him and screams out, "Me and broke bleep, we don't get along." The busboy was seriously offended but doesn't want to lose his job. As the night goes on, the clown starts looking at me, rapping whatever, and then he gets knocked the F out. It just goes on about ranting, but nonetheless, don't cross, whether drunk or sober. Probably best not to cross a MMA person in public.
No. Ironically enough, I actually have a clip from Balboa just before he was knocked the F out. I am the law!
Yeah. Over here, Outback Steak. And that was that. You know what's good? You go from getting knocked out, we go right into a masturbating one. I mean, it just goes from one extreme to the next. Well, this one, a Florida woman was arrested not once, but twice in the last couple weeks as she was caught masturbating in public. Vanessa Lee Jones of Newport Richey was arrested for pleasuring herself outside of a 7-Eleven in front of a man and his young nephew. Only a few weeks later, she was caught doing the exact same thing. This time, it was just outside of a Popeyes restaurant. Clearly, she hasn't learned her lesson. Prosecutors tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. The first time she was caught, authorities chose not to pursue criminal charges against Jones, despite the felony lewd exhibition accusations against her. She was released from prison not long after. Unfortunately, she was not so lucky the second time. The next time she was caught going to town on herself near a Popeyes dumpster. She was fully naked this time. A police report revealed that she showed no signs of being drunk or under the influence of drugs, and there was no evidence of mental issues. The third, this time she could be in serious trouble. She was arrested on charges of exposures of sexual organs, a misdemeanor. She was booked into the county jail on a $150 bond, but the crime carries some serious penalties, which includes up to $15,000 fine and up to a $10,000 fine. Given that Jones was found smirking when she was caught and continuously rubbing her vagina in the 7-Eleven parking lot and outside Popeyes, it seems she gets a rush out of doing this in public. It's not likely she's going to do this again, as she will be arrested and put away for quite a while. That's just random. Could you imagine you go to Popeye's Chicken and someone's just going to town? That's just...
No.
Nah.
Do that in the comfort of your own home and privacy. Don't do that for everybody to see.
I would say this next Florida man probably saw the movie Free Guy, but the movie hasn't come out yet. But a 25-year-old Florida man is charged with attempted murder after shooting at police officers from his balcony, claiming he thought he was in a video game. Kyle Raymond was arrested Sunday after firing at 2 police cars that responded to his Boca Raton apartment building after 911 calls about an unstable man screaming in the parking lot. Raymond fired 13 rounds from a .40 caliber 6-hour P229 handgun from the balcony to the street, hitting one of the cops' tires and piercing the other's roof. According to the affidavit, several other guns were found inside his apartment when officers served a search warrant. He believed someone poisoned him. He believed he was being controlled in a video game. He also believed his actions were being controlled by someone else. Another officer specified that Raymond thought he was inside the game Grand Theft Auto. Raymond was charged with 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder of law enforcement and unlawful discharging of a firearm onto police. Wow.
Has the planet gone mad?
Yes, they have, and we're going to end it with another fun/weird one because it's a real short one with 20 seconds to roll. A Florida man was arrested after deputies found him using a pickle outside of a private residence with nothing below the waist. According to investigators, deputies were dispatched on a suspicious person call. When responding to a deputy, they saw 47-year-old Eric Deagle laying flat on his back with no pants or undies on private property in Oldsmore. The deputy said that Deagle had his penis in one hand and a large uneaten pickle in the other. Elaborating a bit further, the deputy said that Deagle was penetrating his rectum with the pickle while he masturbated. He also has sparkly eyebrows. The incident was reported at 4:40 p.m. He pleaded no contest to the exposed charge. He was sentenced to time in the Pinellas County Jail, 92 days in jail, fines up to $550.
Isn't that weird?
People and their pickles and their Popeyes. What's with kids today, huh?
So crazy.
So much stuff.
Yeah. It never disappoints. That does it for Florida Man. When we come back, we've got a rare Thursday edition of Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm going to do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. Indeed. This is the Kristian Fenix radio show, and we are all over social media with many of you watching us as we speak on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Now, if you want to enjoy us from the comfort of your own home or on the go, download the ngbn.tv mobile application or smart TV app. Look for the Fenix Media channel there, and you can get this great show and other great shows on that Fenix Media channel. Now, if you want to get a hold of me on social, I'm available at facebook.com/Kristian Fenix Radio. That's Kristian with a K, Phoenix with an F, radio, of course, with an R, or on Instagram and Twitter at Fenix Media Radio. Tony's available at facebook.com/Tony Spark. That's SPARK 81, or on Instagram at Tony.Sanfilippo81.
The cream of the crop.
Exactly, the cream of the crop. In this segment, I mentioned at the top of the show that, we haven't done a Monday show for a little while. We're on vacation last week. We took an extra day this week. So we haven't gotten our fix of Silly Rabbit, This Bit is for Kids. So in that vein, we are going to go ahead and do a Thursday edition of Silly Rabbit, This Bit is for Kids. And mostly because I came across a list that cracked me up. It was just too good to pass up. So we're going to run down a list of times that kids cracked up adults with their alternative names for common things. So let's go ahead and kick things off with Twitter user Andrew Knott, who said that my 4-year-old calls a box of tissues a bless you box. Oh, that's sweet. It makes sense because every time somebody sneezes, they have to grab a tissue. Somebody says bless you. It only makes sense. No, bless you, Tony.
Bless you.
No, bless you.
No, bless you.
Let's move on with our next one here on Silly Rabbit, This Bit is for Kids. Twitter user, there's a famous guy, Jim Gaffigan, famous comedian, said, my 3-year-old son just asked me, can you take me to the Vampire State Building? Ooh. Not sure I want
to go to the Vampire State Building. I
think I'd rather go there during the day. At night, it might be a little sketchy.
Yeah, it'd be just a little bit.
Exactly. Moving on. Silly Rabbit, This Bit is for Kids. Next one from Twitter user Victoria Bond. Again, makes sense. My 4-year-old calls trampolines jumpolines. It just makes more sense. Yeah.
Jumpolines.
I take my kids to the Jumpoline Park all the time. It's a big thing these days.
Yes. This
Tony,
is my friend.
Tony, have you been to any of those trampoline parks for kids?
Never have. No, they look cool. I wish they had them when we were kids.
Oh, they're so cool. And yeah, you get adults in there who do like all kinds of weird and crazy tricks. But they're a dime a dozen now. And the kids have fun. And it wears them out. So they go to sleep that much quicker.
Oh, even better, man. Gotta like that.
Moving on, Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. From Twitter user Dr. Lizzie Helsby says, my 2-year-old son calls the sunroof in the car the sky window, and I think the whole world should adopt this. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a window that looks up at the sky. Sunroof,
I like that. I actually prefer that. What window is it? The sky window.
Open the sky window.
Look at the sky just before you die. It's the last time you will.
Moving on, Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. Twitter user Mom Transparenting says, my 4-year-old has been carrying a small notebook around all day. She opens it, writes small scribbles, and quickly closes it back up. She's calling it her secret diarrhea. And maybe someday I'll correct her, but definitely not today. Yeah, slightly confused with what. Yeah, I don't think I'd want a secret diarrhea because that just sounds like a huge mess.
It does. It's a big time.
Speaking of a huge mess, moving on with Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. Twitter user Emily McCombs. You don't want to mix this one up. Last night, my kid kept calling my slide sandals my strap-ons, and I feel bad I couldn't tell him why. I almost wet my pants laughing. Yeah. I don't think
that is irony.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go out with your strap-ons.
No. Mommy, you have your strap-ons, because the strap-ons, sometimes when you put them on, that feels real good. Just gotta make sure you really put your feet deep into the strap-ons.
Feels
strap
real
them on
good,
tight.
real good in the crack between your toes.
It really does. It gets kind of squishy down there.
Moving on, Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. Twitter user Not Another Pinterest Mom says 3-year-old calls them wish flowers and not dandelions. And I'm good with that. Let's face it, that's what they are.
That's what they are. I mean, you pick them. Yeah, that was the whole idea. You pick them up, blow them, and then those little seeds would land somewhere else, and more dandelions pop up.
Ooh. When you were a kid, did you ever inhale? Did you ever go?
Yeah, I actually did. Yeah, I did a few times. Yeah.
You learn real quickly not to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You inhale over here and then blow out there.
Yeah, there was that. There were a few times as a kid.
Not a very nutritious snack either.
No, absolutely not.
Let's keep rolling on. Silly Rabbit, this bit is for kids. Twitter user, and Green Arrow actor Stephen Amell said, my daughter calls deodorant armpit makeup. You're welcome. Again, makes sense.
Armpit makeup. May I offer you some?
Now, have you seen, I think it's a trend in Japan where they've got like little stickers or they women decorate their armpits because they spend so much time in like buses and trains holding their arms up that they want to give people something to look at.
I have not seen that, but armpits are not like an area where I'm in particular really looking at.
You don't have an armpit fetish?
Nope, I sure don't, man. Probably. It's funny. Like I've seen a lady. I saw some girl one time. She had her armpit hair braided. It was gross.
Ooh,
yeah, like it was like braided like a ponytail, and it even had a little what are those little bow ties on it?
Really?
Yeah. So when she went up, it's like do.
Ah, that's scary. Let's keep rolling on. Silly Rabbit, this bit is for kids. That mom, though, says my 4-year-old daughter is calling geese honkies, and I should probably correct her, but I won't.
No, that's young and innocent. That's just stuff. That's just funny, man.
Just make sure she's not out at the park and, there's a large crowd of maybe a white family around saying, "Hey, Mom, look at those honkies."
Honkies. It's cute when it comes from kids,
Language.
Oh, another cute comment from a kid that maybe not in the right context here on Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. Twitter user Jill Krause says, "My 13-year-old. Those edible..." Let me start that again. Those edibles hit hard last night. Me, oh my God, do not call the children's melatonin gummies edibles in public, please. Yeah, big difference between melatonin and edibles.
Yeah, huge. Hey, those edibles.
Yo!
Oh, moving on. Silly Rabbit, this bit is for kids. Twitter user Dadman Walking.
Dadman.
Pun there. Says, "My niece is 6 and she hates wearing jeans because she hates the zippers and how they scrunch up. But she doesn't call them jeans. She calls them wiener pants. And I wish I didn't find that out as she yelled it in the store."
Oh, that one's just good. Wiener pants!
Oh, let's see. We'll do a couple more here. Silly Rabbit, this bit is for kids. Twitter user Visual Desperado says his kid calls eggs butt fruit.
Butt fruit?
I guess it's, the butt fruit of chicken.
Butt fruit.
Still, probably not the best thing to call it.
No, I probably wouldn't call it butt fruit. That is funny, though.
Oh, and what's a good one to go out on? This is a nice little wholesome one here on Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. Twitter user Chelsea Justine, simply, "My daughter calls her teeth smile bones." Oh, that's sweet.
I don't give a shit.
Thanks, Gilbert. In any case, folks, that does it for this segment of Silly Rabbit. This bit is for kids. When we come back, we're headed into the final segment of the day. It's time for This Day in History, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball.
When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix Radio Show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks, to the fourth and final segment of this episode of the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. Now, if you missed a portion of the show or you want to go back and catch up on any of the previous shows, it's easy enough to do so. Head over to phoenixmedia.us, click on the show's link, scroll on down to the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. From there, you can get video, you can get audio as well, or head over to wherever you get podcasts. Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor Breaker, TuneIn, iHeart, Doozer, Dozer, Geezer, Gozer.
Are you a god?
No, God! No,
Wow.
God, please, no! 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 Oh, no.
Doomed us all.
Big
well, folks,
time.
while you're there, be sure to subscribe. That way you always have the latest episode. Leave a review. Let us know what you think and tell your friends. Because why, Tony?
Sharing is caring. Like, subscribe, and leave some comments and support us. And
I like turtles.
just wanted to get that in again.
Do it. Well, folks, as we like to do, actually, before I get to that, just wanted to let you guys all know of a quick programming note. We will be running a best of tomorrow on Friday. Tony's got a breakfast event to go to, so we're going to go ahead and let him sleep in just a little bit, go to the breakfast event, give you guys a best of, and then we'll be back with a fresh new episode on Monday. With that programming note out of the way, let's go ahead and get into what we do at this time each and every day. Drop a little knowledge on you, hopefully make you laugh at the same time. It is time for This Day in History.
Traversing the globe for the stories that turn the world on its head. It's This Day in History with your correspondent on the beat,
Kristian Fenix.
Thanks, Siri. All right, kicking things off this day in 1099 during the First Crusade, Godfrey of Bouillon is elected the first defender of the Holy Sepulchre of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. And that's the old guy that Indy ran into in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, right, Tone?
That must have been. I was going to say, and when you said Godfrey, and then I was like, oh, I should have had... should have saved the Gilbert one for that one, but it's funny. Now I can't find it. I had it up for the last one, but for this one I don't. So
it's all right. It's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
I don't give a shit.
There you go, Godfrey.
Moving on, this day in 1835, Smolny Cathedral in St. Petersburg, Russia, is consecrated. Originally commissioned by Elizabeth of Russia. Boy. They really like including their name in everything. Elizabeth of Russia is the Empress of Russia in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Yeah, in Russia, Elizabeth of Russia are on you. I like this superhero pose. This thing you do, you land here and just...
Thanks, Yakov Shmirov.
You're a pose.
Moving on, this day in 1923, the Washington Senators' future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Walter Johnson becomes the first to reach 3,000 career strikeout milestone with 5 strikeouts in a 3-1 win over the Cleveland Indians. Amazing that a name like Walter Johnson with a milestone like this, the name's sort of been lost to time. You don't put him up there with names like Babe Ruth or Yogi Berra.
He doesn't come up a whole lot. He looks super old for a pitcher, too.
He does, but back then everybody was old in baseball.
Yeah, I was going to say everyone looked really old, right? Washington Senators pitcher Walter Johnson, he got 3,000 career strikeouts en route over the Cleveland Indians.
Moving on, this day in 1933, Wiley Post completes the first solo flight around the world. Takes him 7 days and 19 hours. Boy, that would be a boring trip.
It would, but he at least survived it, unlike Wile E. Coyote. You know, the Wile E. Coyote wouldn't have been able to pull that off.
Hopefully his airplane wasn't made by Acme.
That's what I was thinking.
Moving on, this day in 1934, outside Chicago's Biograph Theater, Public Enemy #1 John Dillinger is mortally wounded by FBI agents.
Fatality.
If only he had a better escape plan.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Why did they show this FBI agent Melvin Purvis? Like
he's probably the one who shot him.
I'm Melvin. You just got Melvin, Dillinger. You got that's the Melvin, baby.
Wasn't there a Johnny Depp movie about John Dillinger?
I think there was, yeah.
What was it called again? I forget. Speaking of other Johnny Depp movies, this day in 1959, Ed Wood's cult classic Plan 9 from Outer Space, called one of the worst films ever, premieres. Obviously, he portrayed Ed Wood in a sort of biopic. But have you ever seen this movie, Tone? It is awful.
Never seen Plan 9 from Outer Space. Now, it looks like something Rob Zombie would reboot, though.
Totally. Yeah. You owe it to yourself. Look it up on YouTube and just watch 5 minutes of it. It's
pretty bad.
Really bad. Exactly.
Okay. The poster looks vintage, at least.
Oh, that it is. All right, moving on, this day in 1963. In their second clash, Sonny Liston once again knocks out Floyd Patterson in round 1 at the Convention Center in Las Vegas to retain the World Heavyweight Boxing title.
Yo, Patterson, I knocked that dumb cowboy hat right up your head for a second time. And I'm still the champ, bitch.
Probably why Patterson went into being an actor as opposed to boxing much longer.
Yeah, didn't really, couldn't beat the Liston, man.
No, he was phenomenal for his time. Moving on, this day in 1969, Aretha Franklin is arrested for disturbing the peace in Detroit. Apparently, she got no RESPECT.
She totally created that song, too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If you believe everything that's in the movies.
Yep.
That totally happened.
Wrote it on the bus ride home from work.
Otis Redding, who? All right, moving on, this day in 1975. Put this in the category of too little, too late. The U.S. House of Representatives votes to restore citizenship to General Robert E. Lee, 1975, Confederate General of the Civil War.
Every time I hear the General Lee, I think of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Every time.
The car didn't get citizenship. The long dead general did.
Yeah. Okay, we might as well restore citizenship. He's dead, but let's go ahead and do it.
Right. And of course, by today's standards, everybody's ripping down statues because he did bad things.
He was a bad mamma jamma.
Moving on, this day in 1991, Jeffrey Dahmer confesses to killing 17 men in 1978.
Fatality.
Yikes.
I guess I was going to say there could be another soundbite for that as well.
Get in my belly!
That's actually quite fitting. So,
moving on, this day in 1992, Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar escapes from prison.
He was so skinny he got right through the bars, right?
Nope.
Yeah, what a chunky monkey.
Fascinating guy. I mean, if you ever get a chance to watch the Netflix series, what is it called again?
Is it Escobar?
No. Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. It'll come to me later. Oh, well. Moving on, this day in 1994, former NFL running back, broadcaster, and actor O.J. Simpson pleads, quote, absolutely 100% not guilty of murder.
Narcos.
Narcos, thank you.
Narcos was your thing. You're welcome.
That's where I'm
at. The power of Google while you read the next one.
Oh, let's see. This date in 2004, the 37th San Diego Comic-Con International opens at San Diego Convention Center.
Sweet!
San Diego Comic-Con at home is getting ready to kick off this weekend. Of course, it's nothing compared to being there in person.
Nope. We talked about that on our Proton Pack. Shameless plug. Check it out this week.
That we sure did. All right, let's see. Moving on. Just trying to find a few here with the time that we have left. Boy, I don't think I ever realized that this happened. But this day in 2018, the TV show Supergirl announces casting of the first live-action transgender superhero by transgender actor Nicole Maines as Naya Now.
Naya Now, played by Nicole Maya Maines.
I had no idea. No clue.
Oh. Now it's see the more you know.
Exactly. Oh, and I don't even have that soundbite pulled up. Oh, moving on. This day in 2019, the Marvel superhero film Avengers Endgame becomes the world's highest grossing film, overtaking Avatar by earning $2.9 billion. Of course, that's until 2020 when they did the re-release of Avatar to push it just over the edge of Endgame.
Yeah, just by a little bit, which is funny because now Endgame should re-release at some point just to edge it back.
Oh, they should. They absolutely. And they'll just keep going back and forth that way each year.
Tit for tat.
Finally, this day in history, this day in 2020, Kim Kardashian asked for understanding of her husband Kanye West's struggles with his bipolar disorder on Instagram. Of course, she didn't even stick with him that much longer.
Yeah, I was
Guy
going to say,
is certifiably nuts.
he is. And a year later, man, she's like at a UFC fight just making out with Travis Barker. Year later.
Yep. Celebrities. All right. And then finally, as we do at the end of the day, we would like to run down some of today's holidays for you, where we talk about the things that we like to celebrate. For instance, today is Hammock Day. Ooh, that sounds
nice. It sounds nice. Yeah, it does.
It is Lion's Share Day. I don't know if that means the animal or just giving some people the overall share. It is Mango Day. I like myself.
Mangoes. Figure it out.
It is National Fudge Day. It is National Rat Catchers Day, National Refreshment Day, Spoonerism Day, and finally Summer Leisure Day. So, folks, find that summer leisure. Enjoy our best stuff for tomorrow. We will see you all next week on a Monday.
Monday. Have a good weekend. Peace.